Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk about Goldie, and give a few tips for new players or those who want to start playing as her. Goldie is a fairly easy character to pick up and play, but she has a very high skill ceiling and playing her can be quite rewarding. For new players, she is a perfect training wheels character, and as you get better with the game, you will really start to feel your progress when you play as her. But before you can even begin a match, you must first know your opponents. Let's start by talking about team composition. Goldie goes well with almost any character, but she truly excels with fast-hitting characters that can deal a lot of hits in a short amount of time, such as Red or Courtney. She is also good when paired with characters that can knock their enemies down or put them in vulnerable positions, where she can then hit them with her graffiti. Also, as was mentioned in my previous video, Goldie has a synergy with Zapetta, who can knock enemies with her fist, and gets massive healing from Goldie's graffiti due to her multi-hit basic attack. For her matchups, she is good against characters with short attacks, such as Red, Alice and Rambert. She has some trouble against characters that can limit her movement or hit her from afar, however, such as Brick and Flare. She has an interesting interaction with Ravi, where she can ignore his ultimate if her ultimate is used at the right time, potentially knocking him and applying graffiti. Speaking of her ultimate, let's talk about her skills. Her basic attack is exactly that. Basic. It has 3 parts, the last of which has very high knockback and can send your enemies flying. It is often better to try to hit only the last part of the move, as you can sometimes be punished if you start attacking too early. I recommend retreating slightly as you start attacking, to catch your opponents by surprise with the strong hit. Her aerial attack is fine. It can be useful if you find yourself in the air inside a crowd of enemies, or to guard an edge from a recovering enemy. Now where Goldie truly shines is in her skill, just the right spray. While the damage isn't great, it leaves a mark on all enemies hit by the skill. Marked enemies heal all allies that attack the target, and so you should use this skill as often as possible to keep your teammates healed up. It can be used in the air for faster deployment and better control of where it ends up. Now, Goldie's ultimate can be very powerful if used well. It deals a lot of damage to enemies and keeps them in place. Even if your teammates hit enemies caught in her ult, they will not be knocked until the move is over. It can completely disable the enemy team for a few moments if used at the right time. One of her abilities even makes it so enemies caught in the final hit of the move have graffiti applied on them, and is an absolute must-have. I recommend you jump before using the ability, as Goldie will go slightly farther than if used on the ground. Lastly, her abilities. Unlike Zapetta, Goldie has 2 abilities that are clearly better. Don't you just hate boredom and wild concert? The first makes reaching her ultimate absurdly easy, and the second not only increases ult damage, but also applies graffiti to trapped enemies. Alternatively, for a more supportive set, you could swap her first skill for just the right color, allowing allies to heal more from her graffiti. Whether you're new to the game or already a master, Goldie is a great character all around. She has many tools at her disposal that make playing as her feel dynamic and fun. Good luck when you play her, you'll need it.